Please welcome the host of today's summit, Tory Burch.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. It is so good to be here together in person. Finally. Some of you may remember our second Embrace Ambition Summit was March 5th, 2020, literally the day before shutdown. For many of us, it was the last in-person event we attended. And if it had been scheduled one day later, it would have been canceled. So it's great to be back. We need to be back with purpose and with urgency, because we have an enormous amount of work to do. 4 years ago, Margaret Atwood, the author of The Handmaid's Tale, joined me on this stage at our first summit. When we spoke about her dystopian novels, I really hoped we wouldn't be living in one. But we all kind of knew. The pandemic, Afghanistan, Ukraine, a racial reckoning, mass shootings, political division, women's rights under attack. It's been a lot. And at a time when we most wanted to be together, we were forced to be apart. If there's one silver lining we can take away from this, is that being away from each other has helped us recognize the immense power of connection. Connection can help us understand each other, find common ground, and build community. And I believe it's the only way to achieve the change that we all so desperately need. Now we live in such chaotic times that the idea of changing anything feels overwhelming. It's easy to wonder, what can I possibly do to make a difference? But as Alice Walker wrote, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. From my experience, change starts one life at a time. And making a difference to one can make a difference to all. Consider this. 2 years ago, more than 200,000 people attended our summit in person and online. This year, we're expecting that number to at least triple. Here's what that means. If everyone commits to changing one life this year, that's hundreds of thousands of lives changed. And if you do it again next year, the number starts to grow exponentially. Before long, that's more than 1 million lives changed. And for women, it's actually much bigger than that. Because when you change the life of a woman, you can change the trajectory of a family. And when you change a family, you can change a community. Change enough communities, and you change a country. And when we clear the obstacles that stand between women and her dreams, we can change the world. That's where the name of our summit comes in, Embrace Ambition. So to everyone here in the room and to those joining us from around the world and on live stream, welcome. Welcome to our foundation's third Embrace Ambition Summit. The generosity of our sponsors makes this summit possible. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, Bank of America. Our ambitious level sponsors, Johnson & Johnson, Kosmetsky Family Foundation, and Simone. Our visionary level sponsors, American Express, BDT & Company, General Atlantic Foundation, Marie France and Renee Kern, Trott Family Philanthropies, Shiseido, and all of the other sponsors that are listed in the app. It is a privilege to have such an extraordinary group of partners. And I want to also thank everyone for making this event such a success. All of the employees at Tory Burch, Lori Fabiano, the fearless, and this week, very sleepless leader of our extraordinary foundation team. And finally, I want to thank everyone who shared their story in order to be here today. We're going to hear some of their powerful voices on this stage a little later. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say at this summit, it occurred to me, I wasn't taking the advice I give every single entrepreneur and woman I work with. And that's to own my ambition, to be proud of the amazing work our company and our foundation have done to move the needle on women's issues. One thing we've never publicly said is how much money our company has given to support women and marginalized communities over the last 17 years. So I called our CFO the other day. What has our financial contribution actually been? And today, I'm proud to announce that the Tory Burch Company has invested more than $63 million to support women entrepreneurs and empower women. Thank you. That's a big number for all of us, and it's just continuing. And that doesn't include the $75 million in low-interest loans for women entrepreneurs through our partnership with Bank of America. It's hard to believe we've almost reached our $100 million goal, and it is making enormous impact. Thank you, Bank of America. And I don't share these numbers to pat ourselves on the back. I share them to inspire and to challenge others, to remind us all that if there isn't a path, you can make a path for yourself and for others. And before we begin our day, I want to ask you to close your eyes and picture a world where all women are able to embrace their ambition. Close your eyes. And what do you see? I'll tell you what I see. I see a world where women are free to make choices that are right for them and not be penalized for those choices. I see a world where more men are true allies in the work around women's issues. I see a world where more policies take into account the needs of women and their families. And I see a world where women who make up 50% of entrepreneurs don't get less than 3% of venture capital. They get 50. We need 50%. They get 50. I see a world where no woman is asked, as I once was, are you ambitious? As if it's a negative. And I see a world where women's equality is a given, not a favor. And what do you see? If you like the world you see better than the one we're living in, I just have one thing to say. Let's embrace our ambition and let's build it together. One thing that I have learned is that humor often gets us through difficult times. So there is no one I'd rather start the day with than Negin Farsad. Welcome, Negin. Thank you.